Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. This is our kettlebell only class over at the Duke Center for Living at Farrington. My name's Chris, and with me today I have Noel. We're going to be doing a few different versions of each exercise. One may not be necessarily harder or easier than the other, but just some options to show you for each exercise. I encourage, if you want, to go back and forth between them and find what works best for you. Now, today's workout's going to be roughly a half hour. We're going to get a warm up here real soon. And hopefully, since you tuned into a kettlebell only class, you have some kettlebells at home. Now, for the sake of ease, we're just going to be using one kettlebell. If you have multiple and you want to switch out during the exercise to make it easier or more challenging, feel free to do so. Now, if everyone's ready, you got your kettlebell nearby, let's get in a quick little warm up. First, start getting those feet marching and arms swinging forward and back. I want to get the upper and lower body moving during this. You can make them a little smaller and quicker feet if you want, or bigger steps, bigger swings, your choice. Now keep that march going, but as our other physiologist Julie says, give me some Michael Phelps and swing those arms over and under, like you're patting yourself on the back. Stealing that one from her page. I like these Michael Phelps.
I've been saying that forever.
Apparently Julie stole it from Noel.
No, probably.
Probably. Alright, go ahead and relax and bring it back to center. We're going to do some alternating hip circles here. So first opening to the outside. Bringing that knee to the front. Swinging around to the side. Switching left and right. You go at your own pace. Kind of like we're stepping up and over a baby gate or a grandbaby gate, maybe a sleeping pet. Keeping that core pulled in as we do. Looking good. Try to keep that knee nice and high. Now, pause where you're at, change direction. So we're going from the outside, bringing it to the center, and back down. That's it. Core and torso stays centered and squared up. Try not to move too much, like turning the torso. Last few. Now get those feet apart a little more. We're going to give me some squats. So when you're ready, sit back to those heels. Stand and squeeze the glutes. Keeping that core pulled in as we're going. Knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. Just get in the range of motion that you want. Work on as those hips and all of those muscles are warming up and loosening up. Try to work on getting a little lower each rep. Let's do two more. One more. Good. Now, take that left heel planted out in front. I want you to take a big breath in, bring those arms up, exhale and scoop to the floor.
Here's us. That's right.
So I said left.
No, it's correct on the camera.
Got it. Give me a few more. Should be feeling this stretch in the back side of the thigh. And switch legs. Join us when you're ready. Keeping that back nice and flat. I think Noel's feeling that hamstring stretch.
My hamstrings are not happy today.
Moving with your breath. Big breath in as we lift. Exhale and scoop. Let's do two more. Last one. Good. Now, nice and tall. Let's get those feet going with some hamstring curls. Knees are pointing down. When you're ready, bring in some front to back rows. It's a little coordination here. Bringing the heel up towards that tailbone. Knees are right next to each other. As you're rowing, those elbows should be squeezing back behind you, shoulder blades together. And in 3, 2, last warm up here with some either stepping jacks or jumping jacks. Join us when you're ready. Either full jumping jacks, you can step to the side, out in front. Arms can be either overhead or out in front, your choice. Stay in a pain-free zone here. And in 3, 2, 1. So that's our warm-up. Should be feeling that heart rate up and your breathing increase. So make sure you got that kettlebell nearby. We're going to be doing 45 seconds of work each exercise. 10 seconds between just to allow for transition. We got 2 rounds each. So first movement is going to be a swing. I'm going to do them single arm. Noelle's got both hands on the handle. So get ready for swings in 2, 1, begin. Key here, I want most of this movement coming from the hips. Send that tailbone back. Stand tall, quick. You're trying to push that kettlebell forward with your hips. Back is staying nice and flat. Keep it up. We're over halfway. This first circuit's a little more conditioning, a little more metabolic here. Keep that blood flow going first. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Now, standing tall, we got figure 8s next. So we're going to be passing it like a figure 8 between the legs. You ready? Join us when you are. Figure 8s. So a few options. You see me standing up between every rep, or Noelle staying nice and low.
It's harder on the legs, that's what it is. Yours is harder on the core, this is harder on
Hope
the
y'all got a good visual of her grimacing face. And we're just getting started. Keeping that core nice and tight. Back stays flat during this. That's real important.
My legs.
15 seconds, that's all. We haven't even gotten the legs yet.
I know.
After this, back to swings. If you're doing single arm with me, we're switching arms. 3, 2, and 1. Brief break, catch your breath, big breath in, out through the mouth, give those legs a break. We got swings in 3, 2, and begin. Upper body, where your arm is just like a pendulum. Doesn't do any work. All that motion is coming from snapping the hips to stand up. Not only are we working our grip, but a lot of the glutes and hamstrings. Well over halfway. Keep it up. If your legs aren't already burning, we have goblet squats next. Less than 10 seconds. Come on. 5 seconds. Keep it up, Noah. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, so goblet squats. We're going to get that kettlebell up in front. Feet apart, wherever's comfortable. Ready, sit, begin. So you'll notice, main difference here is the way we're holding the kettlebell. You can hold the actual ball, you can hold the handles like Noelle. Your choice, it's all based on comfort. Making sure to breathe with every rep. Get in the range of motion you're comfortable with. Over halfway. After this, we're starting back at the top with swings. 10 seconds. I'm regretting this workout already. 3, 2, and 1. Brief break. After this, back to swings, either both hands or just the right. Your choice. Get ready. Feet apart and begin.
I'm sure they can hear us huffing and puffing in the camera. Woo!
We're working too. We've got to practice what we preach. About halfway. Here's like microwave seconds. Squeeze those glutes, focus on those hips. 10 seconds, come on. Back to figure 8s next. 3, 2, and 1. Whew.
Switching directions?
Yeah, 10 seconds is enough. Figure eights if you want, switch directions.
I don't remember
Do
which
whatever
one
works best for you. And begin. I'm still passing it in the middle and front. I was kind of passing it behind the legs to the middle. Your choice. Keep that core tight. How your legs feeling?
They're there.
They're there. That's good. They didn't run off.
They might.
Keep it up, y'all. Come on. 10 seconds. Then it's going to be our last round of swings. 3, 2, and 1. She's feeling it. Last round of swings. If you're doing one arm with me, it's back to the left. Ready, set, begin. Depending on preference, if you're doing single arm, you might want to put the other hand on the hip or out to the side. For some balance, your choice. I want minimal bend in the knee. Most of this motion is from the hips. Hips back, hips forward as we stand. Well over halfway, come on. Almost there, 5 seconds. 2, and 1.
Woo! Sweaty hands.
Last one, goblet squats.
Oh, we got that.
Yeah, I know, I almost forgot them too. You're ready, set, begin. Your weight should be in your heels or your mid-foot. Start by sending those hips back. Knees in the same direction as the toes. Who hates me yet?
Me!
Show of hands. Oh, no one? That's because y'all got kettlebells in there. There you go, show of hands. We're over halfway, keep it up. Last exercise this circuit, finish strong. 10 seconds, get some extra reps in. Core stays tight. 3, 2, and 1. Woo. That was the end of your first circuit. That's your first circuit. Go ahead, grab some water, you earned it. Catch your breath, walk around a little bit. We're gonna do the same. We'll see you in a second for your second circuit. All right, welcome back. I don't know how long you took of a break, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 8 minutes. You know, but round 2, we're gonna be starting off with a hinge and an upright row. Either 2 hands and 2 legs. You can do them 1 each, your choice. So first movement's gonna be a hinge and a row. Grab that kettlebell. Ready, set, begin. So you see Noelle's got both feet down at the moment, both arms doing the upright row. If you're with me doing single arm, you can have the weight in your left hand. Opposite foot is planted.
I don't mind those hamstring stretch.
Push the tailbone back as you hinge, even if you're doing single leg. Reach back with that heel. Make them all distinct movements. Stand and row. Keep it up, y'all. We got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now if you want, get that weight in your left hand. Right foot's going to be forward. We either have a stationary lunge or a reverse lunge. Stepping forward. Ready? Begin. Now, regardless of your variation, make sure that weight, that front foot is nice and flat. Weight's mostly in the heel. You're bending both knees to come straight down, straight back up. Noelle's making it a little more dynamic by stepping back and forward. With her reverse lunge, make sure you got something nearby if you need something for some support.
Sweaty.
Yeah. 10 seconds. That's it. That leg and those glutes should be burning. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to keep that same leg forward. Right foot is forward, left foot's back for a staggered row. Left arm's rowing. Get ready.
Oh, man.
Set. So we're just working those lower body muscles. Now that the upper body is one moving, our lower body still has to work hard to stabilize us. Do a static contraction here.
Fight your
Drive.
sweaty hands.
What's that?
Fight the sweaty hand grip.
Fight the sweaty hands. We're over halfway. Drive that elbow to the ceiling, and you'll see I'm kind of pulling the weight towards my bottom rib. 10 seconds. Keep that core tight. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Now, set the weight down in front of you. We're coming down to either a high or low plank, reaching out in front to try to tap. If you want to do a regular stationary plank, do so. Join us when you're ready. Feet are apart just a little bit. Trying to keep those hips as steady as you can. Belly button to spine. Keep it up. It's our last exercise here before we go back to the top. Switching hands and legs. Doing good, y'all. 15 seconds. Come on. Hips steady. Core tight. Keep breathing. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up for our hinge with an upright row. She's got some sweaty hands. Grabbing a towel. Join me when you're ready. If you're doing single leg, that left foot is planted now, weights in my right hand. Right leg is moving, reaching back behind. Now you see this round, Noelle is doing a single leg, and then she's pulling upright with both. Depending on the weight that you've got, that'll be more applicable to challenge the upper body and lower. Both distinct movements. Get a nice good single leg hinge, upright row, no higher than the armpit. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now, stationary or reverse lunge. Left foot forward, weights in the right hand. Ready? Begin. Again, keeping that torso mostly upright. Bending both knees. Coming straight down, straight up. Noelle's got the dynamic version. Hand can be out to the side for balance or on the hip. We're over halfway. Noelle talked to me into using the 35. I'm not really liking her now. 10 seconds left.
See, I don't just tell you all to get heavyweight. I want everyone to go heavy.
3, 2, and 1. Shake that hand out if you need to. Wipe it off. We got staggered rows. Right hand. So, get in that staggered stance. Left foot forward. Hinge and row. You can either plant the hand on the thigh or drop the elbow and plant the forearm there. Your choice. As long as you're hinging, that back is nice and flat. Elbow to ceiling. Come on. Don't know about you, but my glute is on fire right now. Just from stabilizing. Squeeze that upper back. Come on. 10 seconds. 5 seconds and back to our planks. Our dynamic planks in 2, 1. Set that weight down. Coming down to the floor, either a high plank on the hands or low on the elbows. Ready, set. Let's get to work. Hips are staying steady, core is nice and tight. It helps if you squeeze those glutes and quads. Feet are apart, about hip or shoulder width. It's going to make it a lot more harder if they're feet together or narrow. 10 seconds, finish strong. 5 seconds, come on, keep moving. 3, 2, and 1. I saw her go down early. Who else saw that? I'm just teasing. Grab some water, take a short break. We got one more circuit. I need to wipe this sweat off. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Hey, pause me again. Pause this again if you need a little bit more of a rest. Don't feel like you have to go just yet if you're not ready. But when you are, when you press and play, or this last circuit's going to be on the ground. So make sure you got a mat or any like carpeted area, rug, anything that's going to be a little more softer. Don't do what I'm doing if you don't have the choice. So coming down onto the ground, first movement is going to be a bridge, either with both legs or a single leg bridge. Now if you have the weight nearby and you want to use it, just place it on top of your hips and hold it there so it doesn't roll on you. So first movement is going to be a hinge. Get ready, lying back. If you're doing single leg, right foot down, left foot up, begin. Now if you're doing single leg, you can do what I'm doing and cross one ankle over, almost in a figure 4 position, or if you want, raise it up, keep it out straight, and push. The important part here is that you're trying to get your hips as high as you can and not let the unsupported side drop. Focus on those glutes. Keep it up, y'all. Add a brief pause at the top. 3, 2, and 1. Now, coming to a seated position. Seated position now, we got Russian twist. I'm going to set the weight off to the side for this. That's optional. Ready? Begin. Lean it back. Rotate side to side. If you have the weight like Noelle, it might be better to just make those rotations a little more small, a little smaller, a little more shallow. If you're opting for no weight, try to really reach back, keeping that spine straight. Hands closer is going to be a little easier. If you get those hands long and away, that's going to be harder. Back is nice and flat. Be mindful. If you lose the position, reset and join again. Don't compromise form. We got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now, stay in a seated position. We've got triceps next, overhead extensions. So grab that weight. Yikes. Get it up behind you. And begin. If you need to do these in a chair, feel free. If you want to do them standing, you can save these for the end. Or if you can just transition from floor to standing quickly. Do what works best. It's a lot harder on the core with no back support. Isn't that right?
Yep.
She's focused. We're over halfway. Keep it up. If you need a rest, do so. Go back into it. Again, don't feel like you have to stick with us the whole time. 10 seconds.
Jelly.
Jelly arms, come on. 3, 2, 1. Come back down your back. Whew. Next up, toe touch crunch. So get that weight. Get on your back. Either bring the knees up or legs straight and push that weight to the ceiling. I'll turn a little more. Turning so you can see the side angle, because I mainly want you to focus on keeping that lower back nice and flat. Lifting the shoulder blades off the ground as you push that weight to the ceiling. If you need to take the weight out, just reach. That's fine too. We got 10 seconds, come on. Then back to the top with bridges. 3, 2, and 1. So second round, single leg bridges. Make sure you're switching legs if you want a single leg or do both with Noel. So get ready, set, begin. Again, try to focus on adding a squeeze and a pause at the top. If you're doing the single leg with me, make sure that unsupported side stays nice and level. And it'll help, regardless of the version or modification you're doing, keep your back nice and flat, foot flat, and push through the heel. Almost done with your workout for the day. Keep it up, finish strong. 3, 2, and 1. Now, come up to a seated position for Russian twist. And if you got that kettlebell, you can even use it to hold that foot down. So get ready and begin. Again, since this is towards the end of the workout, if you're feeling a little more fatigued, you can do these just body weight. You don't have to use that kettlebell. Hands closer to your torso is going to be easier. If you get them away, it's going to be a little harder. Just make sure you keep the back nice and flat. Think like you're trying to get your sternum up or a nice proud chest. That'll help keep that spine aligned. Well over halfway. Keep going. After this, we got our last set of those dreaded tricep extensions. Less than 10 seconds. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Now again, if you want to do these seated in a chair or standing, go for it. Otherwise, get that weight up. Ready? And begin. Belly button to spine. Keep that core engaged. Elbows are pointing to the ceiling. Nice, good grip on that kettlebell. Rest as you need to if you feel that form starting to suffer. I'm just trying not to fall over. Over halfway, come on. Gaze is looking right in front of you. Try not to crack that neck. 10 seconds. Finish strong. Get some extra reps if you can. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down to the floor. Last round of our toe touch crunch. So, back is nice and flat. Toes up if you want to. And begin. Again, just a reminder, key point is to keep that back nice and flat. Shoulder blades come up off the floor. If you need to take the weight away and support the neck with your fingertips, that is a-okay. Just go elbows to knees. Come on, last exercise of the day. Finish strong. Hang with us. You've done so far. Squeeze that core. Exhale on the way up. Breathe in on the way down. 2, and 1. Finished. All right. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you get a cool down. Take your time, walk around where you're at. Let that heart rate come down nicely. You can move around, make sure you get some stretches in. Do whatever feels good for you. Or just tune into one of our other stretch videos or our stretch classes if you want to work on range of motion now that all those muscles are warm. Again, thanks for tuning in. And on behalf of the Duke Center for Living, I'm Chris. This is Noel. We'll see you again soon.